Sagittarius, darlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess with Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. I'm so glad you're here. For those of you who are returning for another weekly, thank you for rejoining me for another one of these readings. And to those of who are my subscribers, thank you so very much for your love, your loyalty, and support. It means the world to me. I am forever grateful to each and every one of you. I want to mention that I have my first Capella class. People usually call them master classes, but I wanted to do something different and call it a Capella class on reintegrating the divine feminine. I have 3 different sessions for those. If you want more information, you can stick around to the end of the reading, or you can check out the description box below on more information about what that entails and how to book it and the dates and times and things like that. Also, if you would like a personal reading with me or a coaching session, that information is in the description box below. All right. I wish you guys a wonderful, beautiful, motivational, inspiring week, and I wish you a happy Valentine's Day. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your weekly reading. How's it going? I hope you are doing well. I wish you a wonderful week and a wonderful weekend ahead, and I'm sending you many blessings and much, much love, as I always do. All right, Libra, if you've never been here before, what we're going to see here today is what your overall theme is for this week, what you need to focus on and what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about. So you can align yourself and attract the many blessings and wonderful miracles God has waiting for you. Stick around to the end so you can see what other guidance Spirit has for you, your affirmation of the week, and what crystal will help you with your healing. We're also going to see what the full moon in Leo is bringing you, which occurs on February 16th. It's also when Mars and Venus conjunct exactly at 16 degrees of Capricorn. And then we're going to see what's going on with your love situation, all right? Okay. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for highest good. What is the overall theme for this week for Libra? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Same thing happened with Gemini's reading. It took a while. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What is the overall theme for Libra for this week? And remember, when I say this week, this is really a timeless reading, okay? They also want you to check your moon, your rising, your Venus, and your North Node signs. Wow. No wonder. This is exactly the theme that Gemini got. They just needed to change the bottom of the deck. It's very similar, though, because you guys have a distorted masculine at the bottom of the deck. They had self-respect with a distorted masculine behind it. Luminosity. All right. Resolving conflict. Need to resolve conflicts with people, but coming from a loving place. All right, so Libra, what does material wealth really mean to you? What does abundance, I should say, mean to you? How do you measure success? How do you measure abundance? As I said in Gemini's reading, what I talked about was, for most of my life, I thought abundance was money. Material things, right? I had to have all these nice things, and I had to have all this money and stuff like that. And provided, I ended up having, for most of my career, a really nice salary, and I had all these things, but They weren't fulfilling my happiness. It's actually my birth chart. That was one of my karmic lessons to learn about what I should be really valuing in life. And I put too much emphasis in material things, which for me, it was like trying to prove something to other people that, I was well to do and all this stuff. I mean, I did have a really nice life. I have a nice life. I have an even better life now, even though I don't have that same salary, but I know God is going to bless me with something greater than what I had before. So this is really about understanding that abundance really should mean for you, or Spirit is suggesting it's wonderful to be abundant with healthy relationships, to include friendships, partnerships, romantic relationships, right? Even your companion, being abundant in love. Okay, this is also about abundance emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, even, right? Having this health and being able to do certain things without any issues. Like I talk about when I do my prayers, I'm very thankful that I still have my health, and that I have all my 4 limbs, and I'm able to cook and drive my son to school. Those abilities, right? There's physical things that I'm grateful for, and I'm abundant in that. I'm abundant in the love that I have for myself, and the relationship I have with my son, and being with my cat even, and having a lot of love surround me, in me, and surround me and in my life. Okay. Emotionally, I feel completely abundant because I feel at peace with myself and tranquil. I'm no longer in some crazy job that was not fulfilling, and all the relationships that came with that, where there were people trying to overstep their boundaries and trying to step on each other, climbing the ladder and all that stuff. I don't have to deal with that. And a lot of those people, a lot of those lower vibrational energies were actually blocking my true abundance. And I started to realize that I'm way more at peace with myself now than I have ever been. I was talking to God about this yesterday. I talked to my mom about this yesterday. I said this all in Gemini's reading. So maybe you might need to watch that. And I told myself, I've never felt so at peace and so happy with the life that I live now, without being in that career, without having that salary, without having all those friends that I thought were, meaningful relationships, friendships, even stop dating, right? I haven't dated in years. I haven't had a romantic partner. I don't like calling a romantic partner. I haven't been with anybody for years in that type of sense, romantic sense, right? And I let all that go. And it's the most glorious thing because I feel so vibrant. There's all this vitality in my life now, and the peace and tranquility in it is, and I keep saying it, it's just unfathomable. And sometimes I talk to God and I say, is this really how life is supposed to be like? And he's like, yes. To be at complete peace with yourself. And I've learned to be completely content without all of those things that I had, especially with my issue with material things. It's the most beautiful place to be, Libra. So God is really asking you, what is really important in your life? Do you want to have a lot of money and have crappy relationships? Do you want to have a lot of money and your health is poor? Right? This is trying to get you to feel more abundant in all 12 areas of your life. It's kind of like the 12 signs of the zodiac, right? They all represent things in our life. That's the wheel of life right there. Wheel of karma. So, this may be for some of you that maybe you feel like you have to have a certain job, a certain degree, a certain house, a certain car to make you feel like you're worthy, or to have people look at you like, oh, wow, look at Libra and that house and the job that they have. And
you know, these things. You don't have to prove anything to anybody, Libra. If you're your true authentic self, that's more important than anything. And when you feel all of this inner wealth, the outer wealth you attract, to include material wealth. Instead, for some of you, striving for having more money, or like, I'll be more happy if I have this salary. I'll be more happy if I have this job. I'll feel more abundant if I have those things. I'll feel more abundant and happy if I'm in a relationship. I'm going to feel good about it. You have to feel good within yourself first, Libra. You have to feel good within yourself first. And when you are abundant in your own right, you start to attract everything else. More like-minded friendships, partnerships, people who really want to work with you and see you succeed and achieve great things. It could even improve relationships with family members if you have strained relationships with family members. You know, we saw the resolving conflict card at the top. You know, not you know, trying to have it your way or the highway, kind of like the Queen of Wands energy in the reverse. Not trying to control situations, not trying to control where your money comes from or how you get it. Allowing yourself to feel all of this abundance within, but it's also about the relationships, right? Because it's like this guy that we ran into at a family trip. He would go to this, it was a very popular restaurant that was right by the beach. And he would drive his Lamborghini there every day. And he loved the attention he got with it. Everyone wanted to take pictures with him. It was pretty nice. And he had all these LED lights around and stuff like that. It was really cool looking. And people would ask him questions. And you could see him light up for a little bit. But then when that was over, he'd go to the bar. And he told us this, what his story was. He did that all the time. That he really wasn't happy. His whole demeanor changed when he got to the bar. And he was telling everybody, you know, I don't have anybody in my life. My wife left. My sons don't talk to me because I was overly focused on money. He made some really good investments and he became a multimillionaire. And he has this amazing house or condo right on the water. And he was telling us, I just realized that money isn't everything. He's highly abundant with money, but he's not abundant with love, with relationships. Even his sons, they don't talk to him because he would admit it. He got so selfish. It was just like he focused on the material stuff, to include even the cars and everything. And then what happened was he wasn't taking care of the family, and then everything just fell apart. His wife left. The kids were like, whatever, Dad, you know, you're not taking care of us. It's all about the money. And he was like, that was the most stupidest thing I could have ever done. Because now he's like lacking in everything else because he thought he was all after material things. And he said, that's not making me happy because I lost what was really important to me. And what happens is that when he goes to the bar and the women see that he has that Lamborghini, he's attracting women who are like wanting to be with him because he's rich. And he doesn't want that either. And he's like, I got myself into this predicament. And he's trying to change it around. But it's kind of like he's trying to find ways that being abundant, it's not about having all that money. And it's been, in that time that we met that guy, he said it was well over 15 years that he's been by himself. Even friendships that he had for years, childhood friendships, he lost all of it. And he goes to that restaurant. He gets his a little bit of happiness by taking pictures with people with his car and chatting with people at the bar. But you can tell, I could feel it. He was not happy, period. And he even talked about it. But there was something deeper about him that was very heartbreaking. But anyway, there's a reason why I'm saying that story. Because we have to start realizing that it's not about material things or about the degree that we have, the education that we have, the job that we have. This is one major karmic thing that I had to learn about myself. And as I already told you with my story, it's completely different now with how I view life. And I feel so abundant with peace and love. It's all I need right now. And because I gave up everything, practically everything that I thought was really making me happy, I gave all that up to include guys, men, being in relationships, right? Romantic relationships. Even my counterpart, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I have to find what this really means. And I finally did. And it's like the book of Job. And what they teach in the Bible. When you learn to be happy with all those things that you gave up, God returns those to you, but he returns them in a way that is shocking. That is unimaginable. It's like you get that back tenfold, 1,000-fold, depending on what how much karmic debt you've paid off and what lessons you've learned. And then you end up attracting the wealth, the mansion, the car or cars. Your health gets even better. You have that loving, harmonious family and marriage or companionship. All of that magnifies because you found that within yourself first. And with this distorted masculine energy here, you may be maybe your counterpart is still operating from the distorted masculine energies, where they're overly focused on the clock and work and mundane things. It's like materialism. It's like the devil energy, right? The 3D world. Thinking that money is power, sex is power, status is power. It makes them something. With these energies, the distorted masculine does not tap into the energy of creation, the energy of the divine feminine. The distorted masculines also mistreat the feminines because their masculine energy is not balanced with their feminine energy. This is focusing way much on materialism. This is also about focusing too much on the time. I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to go to bed at this time, I have to wake up at this time, and I have to do this at this hour, and I have to do this at that hour, and everything has to be calculated. It's like Queen of Wands, King of Wands. Everything has to be logical, or because that's logic, right? Distorted masculines, they're overly logical. Having to go by the book all the time, conforming to society. I'm going to have to do what everybody does. The distorted masculine follows what society says success is, follows what abundance is, and that ties to money and power and status. This is not what we were here to live life as. You see how barren this is? Look at the different energies. I bet for some of you looking at this, your vibration probably went down a bit, right? I know it does for me every time I look at this card. I mean, look, there's a branch here. Look, there's branches. There are no flowers. There are no leaves on those branches. It's barren. It's destruction. There's war even. You know, trying to keep up with the Joneses. Like work, and work. Just to try to make money. Right? Being overly materialistic. Being too aggressive, too logical, trying to control things too much, and not allowing God to come in. All right? And then when you are dealing with this person, these types of people here, that's because your energies, you end up being distorted feminine. Because in those distorted feminine energies, you attract a distorted masculine. And it could be like a repetitive process. It's exactly what I was doing. I was not ultimately fulfilled because I was focusing too much on what was not serving me, the 3D world, right? Double energy. And that made my masculine side distorted And because my masculine energies were distorted, I was attracting distorted males. And I never had fulfilling relationships. Even my coworkers, okay? I used to be a systems engineer. That field is dominated by men. Could you imagine how many of these males I had to deal with? And I'm not judging them. I'm not saying anything. I learned a lot from those people. Even some women were like this. And I had a hard time. I had to keep fighting it. I felt like I had to keep proving myself because nobody was really respecting what I was doing. But was I really respecting myself? No, not really. Be honest. I didn't know my self-worth much then. I was focused too much on the 3D world, and that led me to this too. And it attracted more of these people. So until, Libra, you start really realizing what abundance really is, what it means for you, what success really is, you start to embrace more of your divine feminine side, and you start to create things and birth them into the world for the greater good of humanity. You know your worth, what your true value is, and your value has nothing to do with your appearance, has nothing to do with your education, your degree, your job, your car, your house, your money. It has everything to do with who you are on the inside. And when you have that amount of significant wealth on the inside, you attract the outer wealth, to include attracting the divine masculine. Okay? It's all about energies and how you portray yourself and how you live your life. Okay? So this is a time for finding more like-minded friendships, joining a community with like-minded people. Doing things that ultimately fulfill you on the inside, like 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups energy. And yeah, with materialism, right? Or obsessions or addictions with things. Not being our authentic selves. Being caught up in the 3D world, it's going to attract relationships where they're going to be distorted too. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having material wealth, right? But you want to attract that as the Empress, not force it. You could have amazing things in your life if you don't force it. This could also talk about, there might be somebody here where maybe you're trying to find abundance in being in relationships with people, or it could be friendships and or romantic relationships with people who have money, who drive the nice car, who have the nice house maybe. And you go on dates and you talk about, or you start scoping around, seeing what type of job they have, if they make a lot of money, and you tend to date those people, or you tend to have friendships with those people. It could be like a self-respect, a self-esteem issue. And this is no judgment. I'm just picking up on this now. So if that's you, Libra, Spirit is really wanting you to really look at this differently. Because if you start focusing on someone who's just all about, if it's about material things, and you're wanting to date somebody or have a friendship with somebody, or both, with someone who has money or a very high paid position or a prestigious job, whatever this is, that's distorted. And then that means that that person is only going to be focusing on the 3D world, and then there's no spiritual compatibility there. Distorted masculines do not treat feminines properly. They don't support, they don't acknowledge the divine feminine. Okay. Money, power, sex. That's not what it's about. That's because their feminine energies are not. They're not tapping into that. Because society has told them that they can't do that. Or it's not the right thing to do. The distorted masculine also doesn't trust their intuition. Barely at all. As I said, it's about logic. Needing proof of everything. Taking rational approaches to everything. Not taking care of their health, the environment. Not being the ultimate provider and protector. This could also be, for some of you, be careful because either you're surrounding yourself with these people or your counterpart is still a distorted masculine, or this distorted masculine is going to come into your life and they want you to be prepared for that. Don't deal with these energies, and definitely do not entertain any relationships with distorted masculine, because that's distorted feminine. You will not have a harmonious, abundant relationship. All right. Let go if you are in relationships with these individuals or your counterpart, and start focusing on your true abundance. All right. Take the high road, resolve any conflicts you need, because this person still needs a lot of work. And it could also be your energies too. Your masculine energies need some work too. It's like for both of you. All right. Let's see what you need to focus on. What does Libra need to focus on for this week? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. What does Libra need to focus on for this week? Spirit guides and angels, please and thank you. Oh boy. What's interesting is that Gemini had the 9 of Wands and you have the 10. This has become a burden for you, Libra. There's these karmic patterns that you keep repeating, and it may be because you keep attracting distorted masculines, okay? That's exactly why I told my story. All right. It's exactly why I said what I said, what I experienced, but I got out of that. There's completion, there's endings and new beginnings here. You got to drop the wands. This is too much weight for you, and it's really made you like tired, and like to the point where you're dead in the water. It's like you're not moving. There's no action here. There's no energy. There's no vitality, right? And when I talked about work, and work, you know, you're working yourself to the bone because you're trying to make money. That's not how God intended, designed males or females to be humans. We weren't meant to work ourselves to death. This is overdoing it. Some of you are literally, it's about work. You're working too hard with whatever this is to try to make money. There could be some sort of lack mentality here with the 5 of Pentacles, okay? You could even be, whether it's you overworking yourself and you're tired. I'm hearing there's a tarot reader here who's really gotten themselves in too much with readings and people booking stuff because, I don't know, maybe there's a financial thing going on, or you're afraid of lack, or you need to be paying for something instead of like asking God and just being at a higher vibrational state to attract it. I don't know. That's for somebody specific. Okay. And it's just like you're just spent. All right. This is overkill. You're on the brink of collapse. God wants you to put these wands down. There's no need to have all this pressure, especially if it's regards to work, okay? You're at a job and you're working a gazillion amount of hours just to make money. Yet again, where you have no energy. There's no vitality there. Maybe your health is tanking and you can't do anything else but just have that energy to go to work. That's not a way to live, Libra. You're meant to live like peacefully and with tranquility and have fun in your life. Be more Three of Cups and don't focus so much on the job, overworking yourself. Or maybe you're allowing some boss who's a distorted masculine who says, Libra, you have to work these hours and you have to do this, 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 and this. And if you don't, you'll get fired or whatever this is. And, you know, you're afraid of losing your job or having that money. Don't allow somebody to control you like that, Libra. That's for somebody here. All right. Don't have them, you know, overwork yourself to the point where it's just like you have no energy. Maybe some of you really need to leave that job because that is not a fulfilling job. That is not what God wants you to be in. Because this is lower vibrational. I'm lighting my incense because I forgot to do that. All right. This is lower vibrational. There's no room for any more positive energy to enter. Okay? So something's got to be done about this. I just heard you need to end it, Libra. Just drop it. Just drop it. You got to get to the Ace of Wands here. Having a renewed passion for love and for life. Ace of Wands is full of vitality and solar plexus energy and just like bursting out of the gate and going after what it is that you want and not fearing anything and just following that light and doing what it is you need to do. Total opposite of the 10. But that's where God wants you to go, from the 10 to the 1. There's completion here. And if you're dealing with a distorted masculine, where you're just tired of arguments, of fighting, or, you know, this person has become a burden, their energies are depleting yours, right? Then you have to let go of this individual. Because 10 of Wands is definitely not feeling abundant, is it? In any aspect. You got to drop these karmic patterns that are causing you stress and anxiety. Okay? There's too many responsibilities here that you're taking on. You're juggling too many things. And it's crazy because we have the Two of Wands here. And it's like thinking Two of Pentacles, but we also have the Two of Wands. This is about some of you need to make a decision. You're at a crossroads. You have the world in your hands, Libra. There's something about you're ready to take a risk, but you're still thinking about it. This is stepping out of your comfort zone. Either you need to resolve that conflict with this person. If you're dealing with a counterpart who's a distorted masculine, you need to speak your piece because you just can't go do this anymore. Or you're overdoing it with trying to entertain the distorted masculine and nothing is working. Maybe it has to do with being abundant in love. Maybe some of you are overdoing it with trying to continue to be in this connection or communicate or be around your person to feel more abundant in love. That could be for some of you. But there's a karmic pattern because for what I'm getting, some of you, there's like trying to force it or something. Trying to control. That's distorted masculine. Trying to force somebody to heal too fast. Trying to force somebody to tell you how much, how they feel about you. Trying to keep pushing onto them. Hey, we're divine counterparts. We're twin flames. Hey, don't you see this connection? And we have this and we have a mission and whatever. If somebody's doing that, that's not going to work. You're actually blocking your abundance or union for coming in if you do that. Okay. And it's like, it's not working. Karmic patterns that you know you need to release. And you know deep down inside, you know what to do, Libra. You know you need to step out of your comfort zone and do what is right for you. Okay? Some of you need to walk away from your divine masculine. You have to learn how to be independent on your own. Nine of Pentacles. That is a requirement if you want harmonious union to manifest. Okay? And if this is about a job, you know that this job is stressing you out, and that money that you're making, it's like, it's just good money, but I can't deal with this anymore. And again, people are combating you, like fights, arguments, chaos, toxic energy at work. And you're like, I need to get away from this job. I need to do something different. And you've been thinking about it. You've been making plans, but you haven't acted on the plan yet. Spirit really wants you to take that leap of faith. Hold that vision. Because whatever God is telling you to do, Libra, that is where you need to be. There's a turning point here. It's a moment of truth for you. You're either going to step away from your south node, or you're going to stay in your south node. It's either the north node or the south node. And we are all here to fulfill our life's purpose in the north node, not in the south node. Abundance, your miracles, your blessings, the huge amount of those, they're not in your south node. They're in your north node. This is about heading in your north node and getting away from your south node. You have to hold the vision and trust the process. Maybe for others of you, there's abundance that's coming in. And this is like the last stretch. This is it. Where the Ace of Wands comes and you have a fresh start. And if there's something with money here, even though I don't see pentacles, but I'm feeling it, you know, maybe this is about how this is coming to an end and your finances are going to improve. I'm hearing get ready because you're going to embark on a different journey. There might be somebody here, you might be literally moving somewhere else for a career or something like that, because we're looking at wands right here. Head towards your destiny, right? End the karmic patterns like Wheel of Fortune. Being abundant in all areas of your life. But if you want to have that much abundance, Libra, you have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to leave the nest. You have to understand that you have that world in your hands. You have everything that you need to embark on this new journey or that mission or whatever it is. Look what's behind that. See, the Wheel of Fortune. You got to stop with the karmic patterns. Stop in the hamster wheel. See, the distorted masculine is distorted because he stays in the hamster wheel. It's what society tells him to do. You need to have a job and you need to do this and have this thing in order to be successful. You need money to have power, all of that, right? That's conditioning. That's the wheel of, that's the hamster wheel. Some of you got to get out of the hamster wheel because, again, it's like overworking, doing too much at the brink of collapse here. No, it's because you're that tired because you keep running around in the same circles. You're repeating the same karmic patterns. And Spirit is trying to get you off of that wheel, but it's going to take some risk here. You need to take that chance. This is what the distorted masculine does. Stays in the hamster wheel. It's never ending. Never ending. when the fortune is outside of the wheel. It's not in there. Be on top of it like these people are, not inside of it. I never read that before, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, look what's at the top of the text, the Ace of Pentacles. There's a golden opportunity for you to start something new here, Libra. This is it's a fresh start card. It's not the Ace of Wands, but it is the Ace of Pentacles. It's another ace. It's a fresh start. New beginnings here. You know that there's something more for you, but you got to step out of your comfort zone and just take that opportunity. And for those of you where I talked about your finances, you know, there's something about financial hardship or something. Here it is. Your finances are going to change. Either somebody's going to give you an offer, you're going to have a windfall of money, or something's going to change. That's for those of you who are dealing with financial issues. But remember, you can't get overly focused on, you know, material things. All right? Raise your vibration and have that mental and spiritual and emotional joy there to attract this. Because this is a gift from God. See, that's what I was saying. God, you attract the wealth and the harmonious companionships and the like-minded friendships and the dream jobs. Because it comes from God. Because God is your only source and supply. But you have to get away from the 3D world as a distorted masculine and get away from people who are like that so that this can come in. This abundance can come in. So yeah, for some of you, if you just stay high vibrational, you know, this is like the home stretch here. Things are going to be changing. For those of you who are dealing with some sort of like financial issue, others of you, you're dealing with a counterpart or a distorted masculine somewhere. This is a golden opportunity for you to start anew and to start building a solid foundation for yourself. Building, you know, your own money. And not, you know, if you're relying on somebody else for money, you can build your own material wealth, okay? And God is giving you this opportunity to do that. Some of you, yeah, it's a change in career, okay? A new job. Don't worry about it. Stop thinking about it. Just do it. God's going to lead you to where you need to be. You just have to trust. Let's see what you need to avoid. Oh, it shows up. I said the Ace of Wands. You see? There's like stagnation here. This is lack of energy. That's what I said. God's trying to get you to the Ace of Wands, but it's like you're overdoing it. There's a lack of energy here. Again, having that lack of energy, it lowers your vibration and it blocks the abundance from coming in. You have to go do what lights you up. Okay? What sparks your interest? What makes you ultimately fulfilled? What's going to make you happy? You find that within yourself, Libra. You have a God-given talent. So you're very creative at something and God wants you to start using more of that. That is going to be your Ace of Pentacles, the opportunity to build wealth for yourself. Use that spark of inspiration within you that God's given you to help you on that path. Because there's a lack of direction here. God has already given you all you need to go after that job, to go after that journey, especially if you need to literally relocate or whatever this is for you. You need something more freeing. You're looking for a passionate start, but you're at that crossroads because some of you are afraid to take that chance. Okay? To leave the nest, whatever this is. There's a new beginning again. Do what lights you up. Knight of Wands and the Four of Wands. Wow. This is all fire energy. It's all fire, Libra. Leah, maybe there is a Leah here. If there's a Leah here, this definitely is a message for you. This is all fire, Libra. Get that fire within you. It is within you. God has given that to you. Utilize it to your advantage and go after what it is that you want. You have to take risks. It's what I was saying. If you want your life to change, if you want to get away from the 3D world, you're going to have to take risks and you have to start following what your passions are. Okay? You have to start following what your passions are. You have to go after it. It's energy of the Knight of Wands. It's like there's a fear here. You don't feel confident or courageous enough to take that leap, to take that chance. But God is already telling you where to head, what direction to go in. Some of you are actually literally afraid of leaving home. Because Four of Wands is home, or family, or leaving your family. Or maybe this is something about travel, right? I said relocation. This is relocation right here. And I did talk about that. Some of you are afraid of leaving home, leaving a family, your family behind, because it's like God is presenting you. So I said there's a new career for some of you. You're getting a new job, and you may have to travel for it, or you have to move to another country or move to a state that's completely far away, because there could be some distance thing here, because Two of Wands could also be something at a distance. Right? And this guy right here talks about that. This is a change of house, change of residence right here. But this is going to be a wonderful opportunity for you. We did see the Ace of Pentacles at the top of the deck at the other set, and then we have the Ace of Wands right here. So for some of you, if this is about moving, they want you to take that chance. Go for it. These are go for it cards. It's all fire, Libra. There's nothing here but fire energy. You may be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or somebody with fire in their chart. Doesn't have to be. But maybe this person is coming in and they want to start a family with you. And you're going to have to move to fulfill your joint mission. Something like that. There's like your career is going to change. Your world's going to change. There's going to, because these are sudden life changes too. All right. Like an unexpected opportunity shows up, and spirit really wants you to take it. And maybe it's dealing with a person here who has changed from distorted masculine to distorted feminine, and they're coming in, you know, all courageous and confident, and they know, they're very passionate of what it is that they're focusing on, and they're coming towards you. They could literally be traveling towards your house to reconcile or something, or to offer you a fresh new start. Could even be about collaboration on something with a job, a new career, a business. Okay? That's just for some. Remember, take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else who's watching this, but be honest with yourself. You know your story better than anyone. So that could be for somebody here. And maybe there's a thing where, what, we're going to move where? And you're going to be, I'm not sure. I have to leave my family, or I'm going to be too far from my family. And this doesn't mean that the nuclear family that you have right now. This could be like grandparents or siblings or parents or aunts and uncles, right? But again, God, this is coming from God. God's like, take this opportunity, and it could very well deal with somebody else here who is wanting to, let's go move here. This is where our mission's supposed to be, and it may be far, and you're gonna, some of you might be afraid of moving away from family. Others of you, yeah, it was stepping out of your comfort zone. You can't be 10 of Wands anymore. You got to break those cycles, those karmic patterns. You got to get out of that hamster wheel and take that risk, okay? And again, if it deals with moving, you got to do it. You know what to do, Libra. This is for your highest good. You can't deal with whatever situation you're in right now, or maybe there's some sort of family issue going on. There's family imbalance. There's a discord. Maybe you are living in a house with people who either it's not working out, or there's some arguments going on, and I kept picking up on arguments for whatever reason. There's people who are divided in the home or something like that. There's lack of support here. These are family problems, okay? This could even be divorce for somebody here, all right? And you're dealing with a distorted masculine. Maybe they're very controlling with the money, or they hold everything. This could be so many things, Libra. Take it how it resonates, and you want to maybe communicate to this person that you want a divorce and you want to move out. Because again, this is moving house, relocating, maybe moving in with your parents or some other family member. It could be a whole bunch of things. All right. Spirit wants you to know, Libra, if that's you, if this is dealing with a divorce or something, because you know that this is not, there's no harmony here. Because the Four of Wands in this position, there's no harmony here. This is not a harmonious marriage. It's not. There's no balance, peace, and tranquility in the home. And if you know you need to leave, then leave, Libra. And of course, this is guidance. I cannot tell you what to do. This is guidance coming from Spirit, but it's up to you. Okay, it's really up to you. It's not up to me, but this is what I'm picking up on. This is what Spirit is suggesting. All right, it's ultimately up to you. All right, especially if you're dealing in a marriage where it's like you guys don't get along anymore, or you never really did, and and your spouse or whomever, you're not being supported as you should. Then there's division here. You got to take that risk. You have the courage and confidence to tell this person, look, I don't really like where things are going. I'm going to move out if things don't get fixed. And maybe that's part of the resolution of conflict, right? That card that we saw, because it's right here. Maybe some of you guys need to have a talk. All right? You guys need to have a talk. And then apparently if that person can't budge or something, then maybe that would be God telling you, okay, you know what, Libra, you tried, and now it's time for you to do something different. It's time to find your own happiness. That's for somebody specific, okay? But you guys can't give in to fear with whatever it is that you need to be doing, and that taking on that new opportunity. You can't be at that crossroads anymore, because God has wonderful things waiting for you. Again, that Ace of Wands. God's like, here it is, Libra. Just go ahead and do it. Just go for it. I'm going to be there for you. God is always with you all the time, especially when you're taking those risks. That means God loves that, because that tells God, wow, Libra has trust in me and faith. They're not giving into fear. When you give into fear, that holds you back from so many things. When you give into fear, you're giving power to the devil and not to God. There may be some of you, I talked about rushing union. Okay? You're overdoing it with trying to get somebody to understand your connection, to confess their love or something. You're trying to force union. You're rushing it. You're trying to accelerate the journey when you can't do that. It's about God's will, not your will. Right? With that lack of direction, God's telling you, hey, Libra, you need to be going on this path. You can't be forcing some change here. Right? You want things to suddenly change, especially because this is the 1111 card, and it's the light counterpart / twin flame card. But some of you, God is heading you in a different direction, yet you're trying to suddenly want to change the situation or trying to rush union. You can't do that. You have to release control here. This Knight of Wands is very impulsive. This person does not like to wait, okay? the shadow side of this guy does not like to wait. That's what I want to say. So, yeah, we have to let go of that. Maybe you're holding a grudge. Maybe this person is very highly sexually charged, and every time they come back, there's always either a discussion about sex or they try to hook up with you every time, and you're tired of it. That's why maybe some of you, you're dealing with, that's a distorted masculine right there. They have issues saying sex is power, and then it makes them feel like a man, especially if it's male, okay? It is masculine energy here. It could be even with a female too. Sometimes there are females who are like that. And maybe you're holding a grudge because it's like, I'm so tired of this person doing this. But again, you have to release that, let go of the distorted masculine here. They're distorted for a reason. It's societal conditioning on top of childhood trauma, on top of all these other things. So just let that go. All right? Maybe you're kind of hoping every time this person comes back, you think there's going to be union, but it doesn't happen because they're not ready yet. And maybe that's because some of you need to continue your healing or really step it up a bit with the healing. So just because someone's coming back all of a sudden, comes rushing in, and they're still acting impulsively, and they're still acting from a place of where all they're thinking about is sex, that's not union. They're not ready yet. Okay. Oh yeah, it's definitely something about, for some of you, you're dealing with somebody who's very highly sexually charged. That's the phallic card right there. Okay. There could be a lot of passion, a lot of intense chemistry here, but that doesn't make you compatible. You have to have that spiritual compatibility, which is what I was talking about. There's still an imbalance here. All right, so I'm getting a lot of things with this, and it's all fire. This is crazy. This is crazy. There may be like two of you, okay, where you're coming into union with someone. This person is changed. Like I said, they're no longer distorted masculine, and they're full of confidence and courage, and they now are going after what it is they want. It's the knight in shining armor. You're going to be swept off your feet. They could talk about they want you to be the mother of their children. They want to have a family with you. They want to have a home with you. They want to marry you. All of the above. Those are sudden changes right there. This is going to come in really fast. It's the second fastest knight of the deck. And this is just going to come rushing in. Someone who's going to be very romantic, very chivalrous here is going to come in to ask you to marry them, and they want to have, again, build a home, move in together. That's what I said. Travel somewhere, relocate somewhere, might be far, and they really want to create all of this with you. They want a new beginning. They want a fresh start. Can we start over, please? That's only for a few of you, okay? Completely different, and it does involve a career change for those few. And it's completion. You don't have to wait. Not wait, but you've passed all the tests is what I'm getting from this, because you've broken those karmic patterns. Because every time this person came in highly sexually charged, you're like, nope, I'm not dealing with that. But you did it in a loving way. You didn't argue with them. You didn't curse at them. You said, you know what? I'm not dealing with this. You need to go finish working on yourself. But now this person's coming in completely different. And of course, that ties into part of your abundance. Your love life will change. Your money will change. Your what's it called? Your status. Somebody here won't be single anymore. That type of thing. Okay? There's a lot of messages with this. A lot. Okay. Let's see what else we have with your crystal cards. Let's see. What am I doing here? Ace of Wands. Okay. And remember, be honest with yourself. If you know you're not fully divine feminine, then just gotta wait. The union message won't be for you, not yet. Okay, let's see what guidance we have for Libra. What guidance do we have for Libra? Spirit, thank you. Gemini had this at the bottom of the deck. Bring in the light. Citrine. Yeah, bottom of the deck is turquoise. Prioritize your health. Yeah, I did say. So you working too much and your health is being affected. Libra, no, your light is dimming. That doesn't bring in the abundance. Let's see, citrine. Let the sunshine pour in. Some spiritual vitamin D will lift your spirits and your sights on life. Let happiness be a choice you make every day. Just like the sun bursts through the fog on a cloudy day, you have the ability to bring light in, even when you might be feeling a little blue. You are in charge of the weather within your inner environment. Embrace what it feels like to feel good and make a conscious effort to stay in the light. What brightens your day? When are you the happiest? How does it make you feel to stand in the sunlight? That's the Ace of Wands, right? What lights you up? Your affirmation is, I let the light back in. Today, watch the sun rise or set. I got to do more of that, but I got to find a really good place to do that. Turquoise, prioritize your health. Take your health into your own hands. The first step is to identify what your body needs. Everyone is unique, so your health journey requires self-reflection to discover what will make you feel your best. Then, take one step, no matter how small, in service of that. Maybe you commit to going to bed 15 minutes earlier, or find a yoga routine online, or perhaps you download a meditation app, go for a walk, and work out at the gym. Whatever you choose to do for yourself and your health, make it a priority and commit to it every day. With consistency, small actions will build into amazing results. Do you treat your health as a priority? What aspect of your health could use a boost? Your affirmation is, my health is a priority, so I practice self-care. Today, do one thing to support your physical, emotional, or spiritual health. See, I was talking about that with the abundance card. It's not just about the money. If you're working so hard for that and your health is failing, that's not how you're supposed to live, Libra. It's not. Especially if you're like, ooh, my bad, you're taking on too many clients or something like that. If you have your own business, or you're taking on all the responsibilities at work and not delegating, or allowing a boss to put everything on you. Nope, no. You're not designed for that, Libra. You're not designed. Your health is of the utmost importance. It's not about the money. And it's not about trying to force somebody into union either, where you're putting all of your energy into this, right? Or being obsessed about it. Let that go. Your person needs to heal on their own. Let's see what the full moon in Leo is bringing you. Oh, boy. Okay. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Yep, see, completion. That is 10 of Wands, endings and new beginnings. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. The energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. Look, bottom of the deck, luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. See, that's the travel one. I will read all of them, though, because I always do. The wax on, wax off moon. Let's see. The energy. That's funny. The energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. During the waxing moon cycle, hope springs eternal. This card is a very positive omen. Really? This card is a very positive omen, indicating that you can create the reality you're dreaming of, though it will take some work and you're not quite there yet. This is a time of energies rising up. Emotions are building too. Where do you want to go, and do you believe you can get there? Either you can just keep meditating and focusing on your desired outcome, or you can make the courageous commitment to take more practical steps towards your goals. Whichever you decide, you are most certainly on the right track. I know I'm headed in the right direction. This situation is full of potential. Your dream can come true. More effort is yet required. Are you willing to give it? Review your goals and ensure you're still committed. Keep moving forwards. That's the energy of the Two of Wands. Don't let fear hold you back from moving forward. You know what it is you need to do. The waxing cycle is the period of the lunar cycle from new moon to full moon, and during this time, the moon appears to be slightly bigger and rounder every night. This is a very empowered and empowering time, and this is a very promising card. It suggests now is the time to make plans and to act on them no matter when you actually pulled the card. Yeah. Restlessness, energy, just go for it. Step out of your comfort zone. That's Two of Wands right there. That making that plan. Just go. You made the plan, go do it. Go do it. Libra, let's see. Full moon and let's do full moon Capricorn. All right. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you were wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card could be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. With a love question, this card could be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. Again, Two of Wands. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. Release control and trust the universe. See, a professional project may be ending now. Admit if you have been overly hard-headed or hard-nosed. Find a balance between your personal and private lives. It's time to stop fearing the worst. The full moon in Capricorn has a very strong work ethic and energy and will more than likely come up when you're asking a professional question. If your question is about another matter, it will serve as a much-needed reminder to move through any feelings of hopelessness you may have been feeling about your situation. And this applies no matter when you draw the card. Making a plan is a far better use of your time. That's three times with the plan stuff. Full moon in Taurus. See, something about money. Second house. Sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical, and sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. This card suggests that this is where you are now. You need to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it, but you need to balance that with taking down-to-earth steps towards your goals. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortunes depending on both your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. See, I said that. Write down 10 things, there's 10 again, that you know are wonderful about you. Laziness could explain your current situation. If so, change that and own it. Chasing money doesn't work. You need to chase a dream. Exactly. Jealousy or envy create negative energy and attract negativity. More exercise is called for. The full moon in Taurus is time to get back to earth, to get grounded, to work through any negative feelings you've been dealing with, and to find a balance between being passionate and being overly intense. Money issues may come to a head at the time of the full moon in Taurus, but you can take this card as a sign to pay more attention to your cash flow no matter when you draw it. So the jealousy thing, the Knight of Wands here in this position also talks about jealousy, okay? Be careful with that. Don't be jealous of other people coming into union or other people finding their abundance or having more money than you. We're not going to focus on that. That's going to attract the complete opposite. The new moon in Sagittarius. Whatever's coming your way looks set to put a smile on your face. The new moon in Sag can mark the restart of fun after a period of feeling low. The energy is adventurous and even willing to take a few risks, see? But be careful, but you don't bet the farm on something here as the wheel of fortune is still spinning. Wow. We saw that too. This card is about exploring life metaphorically by exchanging big ideas with others or just thinking about your own philosophies. Perhaps it's time to change your mind about something important. It can also signal that a trip away is coming up if that's something you're working to achieve. But the overall message of this card is that whatever happens next will be some sort of gift, even if that simply means widening your worldview. Count your blessings, literally. Write them down or say them aloud. You need to laugh more. This is a wonderful time to start a course of study or teaching. Don't be narrow-minded. Start a week of gratitude practice via a blog or a journal, or just write them down. Sagittarius is a sign of fun, travel, exploration, and the great cosmic quest. It's the sign of big ideas. Its energy is expansive, upbeat, lucky, and divine. The new moon in Sagittarius exudes all this, as does this card whenever you draw it. Nothing is set in stone with Sag, and an optimistic energy could attract all manner of good things if you tap into the energy by expecting the best. Jupiter is also about optimism, and Jupiter rules Sagittarius. That's also confirming for some of you, your finances are going to change. Luck is really on your side. Jupiter, I think the Jupiter-Neptune being in Pisces is affecting some of you with regards to your finances. All right, let's look at the love stuff. Let's see. What's going on with Libra's love situation? Spirit guides, angels. Oh, let me do that again. Galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians. Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Alrighty. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. I'm getting that is, see, some of you embarking on your journey of transformation is needed here so that this can occur. This is also for those who are coming into union with your counterpart. All right? It's coming out of nowhere. Okay? That's why we have something's ending and all this other stuff we talked about. The end of a tough cycle approaches, right? That tough cycle right there. The bottom of the deck is passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Yeah, there is a lot of passion between you and your person, Libra. But remember, even though you have insane chemistry, but you're not on like the same page, there's still some imbalance here. You got to work on that. And that deals with you really embarking on your journey of self-transformation here so that you can get into alignment. Having insane chemistry is not the basis for having a harmonious sacred union. Okay, so there's some other work that needs to be done here. Alrighty, Libra, if you would like a personal reading with me or a personal coaching session, check out the description box below or hop on over to capellawellness.com, where you will find a whole bunch of my services there. I am also offering a Capella class. It's like a master class, but I decided to change it to something else, on reintegrating the divine feminine. That is I'm going to talk about an 8-step process to help you reintegrate that into your energies and help you to unlock your true unlimited potential so that it can help prepare you for your actual life's purpose, what your true destiny is, okay? It's a 90-minute class. If you want more information on that, it's in the description box below. There's a link to directly go to the page where you can find the different, I'm having 3 classes, to find the different dates, and then you can book from there. If you go to capellawellness.com, click on the coaching category of my Capella service suite, you will find all of the listings for the 3 classes there. If you have any questions about this reading or any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me. My email address is in the description box as well. And if you're on my website, capellawellness.com, there are plenty of other methods for you to contact me there. All right, Libra, that concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating the thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.